What is up, everybody? It's Lawrence again. So we're going to look at one of the weirdest naming conventions I've seen in a while. These are the PW Hue Holi Tennis Hue. So the Hue line of shoes is the Adidas and Pharrell Williams collaboration. You can see the box here with the Hue in 2018 logo here. The tennis hues, for the most part, have been relatively available, and so as a collab, it's been an evergreen product that Adidas has basically had for the last 2 years. What's interesting about it, though, is they're about to launch a completely new silhouette under Adidas without the collaboration called the Derupt. And the Derupt looks exactly like the tennis hue in terms of silhouette. There are major differences in terms of what it looks like. The tennis hue is a lot more clean, but in general, it takes the exact same design cues in terms of what they've created with Pharrell and brings it to the mass market under just the Adidas name. So today, we're reviewing the Hue Holi Tennis Hue in the green colorway. So before we get into the actual shoe, Holi is a huge festival celebrated in India. There's probably a lot of information. I do not want to offend anybody, so I'm not going to give too much in terms of what I do know about the festival. But I would love to hear your comments below about the Holi Festival as well as how you celebrate it. The colors all represent many different types of positive things that can happen in life. I don't exactly know what those things are, so if you want to tell me what these green ones mean below, that'd be amazing. But overall, there's a lot of celebration that happens, and most people are wearing white. And then you get this cornstarch or chalk or something like that thrown on you with all these different colors, and then people basically come out completely covered in colored dust, and it looks really, really amazing. And this is the inspiration behind the shoes that are releasing with the tennis hues, but also the NMD trail that a lot of people are going after. But onto the tennis hues. So these release with, I think, 4 or 5 colorways: green, blue, yellow. I believe there's a red, as well as a Holi color, which is a white with a lot of different types of colors on this. I couldn't get the multicolor one, but this green one really stuck out to me. And so if you look at all the uppers of these shoes, it's a very, very bright monotone colorway, but there are portions of it that are much lighter. The dye is very interesting in that it's kind of tie-dye-y. So there are portions of it on the upper that are lighter and darker and bright. And I really do like that about the shoe. It really breaks up the monotony of a lot of the other kind of Stan Smith-esque characteristics with just that subtleness. Looking at the upper, it's, I believe, a mesh type upper. I'm not exactly sure what material this is, but if you feel the front of it, it's relatively rough. On the inside, it's not too bad, but it's still rough on the inside as well. So I definitely recommend wearing longer socks, and I'll explain that in a second why. But the material itself is cool, but it's nothing groundbreaking. There's actually stitching done in the green that's really hard to see, but it's definitely there for the 3 stripes. And then that is the same thing on the medial side as well. Looking at the front of the shoe, you're going to see your typical rope-like laces that comes from Adidas. On the top of it is a suede-like tab, and that suede-like tab has the Adidas logo as well as the Hue logo in there as well. And then the laces themselves, which I think is kind of a cool touch, has 3 stripes in the green color over here. There is also the green laces that come with the package, and instead of that, the lace tips are white with the 3 stripes logo there. On the back of the shoe is very simply another tab that says the Pharrell Williams logo with the 3 stripes. So the top 2 stripes are a little faded, and then Pharrell Williams finishes off the 3 stripes on the very bottom. So a lot of Adidas knit uppers are usually where they have holes in the upper itself, and you have to lace through those holes. There's actually a piece of rope that runs through the side over here that you rope your laces into. Going on to the sole itself, you can see that the pattern is very netty, so it kind of looks similar to the Futurecraft, which I think is kind of cool. But it is super light, and so it's pretty tough. There's really no bounce back or anything. It's not a really crazy sole technology. Going to the bottom of the shoe, you are going to have the green rubber over here, as well as the green rubber over here for reinforcement for wear, and then the rest of it is basically done in the same thing that you'll see on the midsole. Not sure about durability. If you've had any of the hues for a while, let me know what durability looks like in the comments below. There are a couple gripes that I have with it despite it being plain. The first one is a material. So this is not great material. It's just very rough, and so when you're wearing them, you really can't wear no-show socks, which I think this silhouette is specifically made to do. The no-show socks really don't work because the material is rough. But the way this collar is, it really comes up to the top of your foot where it kind of meets the ankle. And I do not like that at all. Super, super light shoe. I don't know the official weight on these, but it's super light. And my kind of feeling about these shoes in terms of comfort is if you had to have a comfortable and more supportive aqua sock, so the things that you wear into the water, this is kind of what it feels like. On sizing, I actually went a half size down because I heard these run long. In all honesty, my toe basically ended up being here, around this area, when I wore them for a little bit. And what I can say about them is you could probably go a full size down, even more than a half size down. And the reason I'm not keeping this pair is, honestly, it's too plain. I like the color, I like the color pop. I do like the silhouette, and I think for most people that wear relatively minimalistic sneakers, this is actually a good way of wearing a more minimalistic sneaker that's a little more fun. But if I'm going to wear something like this, I'd rather wear Common Projects or even possibly even Stan Smiths. I just feel like there's not as much here that I would like to have. And so I'm a little disappointed in the shoe, but not totally. Like if you want to pick up the shoe that looks like Stan Smith's, definitely go ahead. And that's it, guys. Hope you liked the review. Like I said, if you enjoyed the content, definitely hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up. And until next time, this is the Adidas Holi Tennis Shoe in the green colorway. I'll see you in the next video.